To home, Oregon Senators Ron Wyden and Jeff Merkley are working to start a grassroots movement to bring attention to a new crackdown by the Trump administration on immigrants.
Our Dan Tilkin sat down with Senator Wyden today. Hear what he had to say.
I'm joined now with Senator Ron Wyden here, talking about lots of issues going on in the world. Let's start with the first issue, where today you met with Senator Jeff Merkley, and you had an announcement about legal immigrants in the Trump administration.
What is going on is there seems to be a threat that the Trump administration would change a current rule. In other words, it hadn't been proposed yet, but it's certainly clear that they're looking at it. And it could end up being very harmful to legal immigrants.
Legal?
Legal.
Okay.
And the way it would work is if a legal, immigrant used, say, the CHIP program, the Children's Health Insurance Plan, or SNAP, which is the anti-hunger program.
Right.
That's correct. That could affect their legal immigration status, and it could work a real hardship on them. The reason that we did it at the food bank is the food bank is facing big challenges just feeding hungry people now. If you've got people fearful about using existing public programs, that means there's going to be an even bigger demand on the food bank. And the fact is, hunger doesn't take any summer vacation, by the way, so they're hard-pressed right now.
Yeah, so this is just a memo that's out there. This is not policy at all.
It's been discussed now at considerable length. Advocates for legal immigrants are quite concerned, and what Senator Merkley and I want to do is make sure that people knew, first of all, we were talking about legal immigrants. We want to make sure people know it hasn't been done yet, but we really want to organize a grassroots coalition to make it clear that the last thing that we need in Oregon, in our country, is to create more barriers for legal immigrants to be able to get ahead.
All right, let's talk about what's happened today with Michael KOIN, or this week, and Paul Manafort. And now we're learning that that President Trump's financial man has been granted immunity. You sit on the Senate Foreign Intelligence Committee, so we would love to know what's inside your brain. I know you have restrictions, but what are we to make about all this?
The first thing I would tell you, and I am on the Intelligence Committee, I can't get into classified matters, I believe Bob Mueller is just getting started. I said in early 2017 that my focus was going to be on what I call the follow the money issues. I've always felt if you want to compromise somebody, that's the way you do it. You do it with money. That's following the money is really counterintelligence 101. What happened this week is extraordinarily serious. You've got the president's former lawyer saying that, in effect, at the president's direction, he broke the law. And by the way, the founding fathers thought these were really serious matters, that when you broke the law in connection with helping yourself win an election, that was an extraordinarily serious matter.
Where do you stand on the talk of impeachment?
Well, I have said that if, and underline if Donald Trump was suddenly going to start pardoning people like Manafort or Cohen, I guess Cohen has indicated he wouldn't accept the pardon, that raises serious questions about whether it was done with a corrupt intent, which again raises additional criminal matters. I think it'd be an assault on the rule of law.
Okay. So Judge Kavanaugh, the confirmation process about to begin, and I know Democrats are trying to delay it, do you think that delay will actually happen? I
do think that Chairman Grassley ought to hold off on the hearings. And let me kind of walk you through why. First of all, we're already talking about a double standard. You had Merrick Garland, for example, who people like Orrin Hatch, a conservative Republican, had always said was eminently qualified. He didn't get any hearings at all. Now you have the president, an individual implicated in criminal activity, at least according to his lawyer. And I don't think Michael Cohen pled guilty just for the heck of it, going forward with this appointment. I think that it ought to be put off.
Senator, it's always great to get your perspective from your side of the aisle, and so much going on these days. Thanks for spending your time with us.
Thanks for having me.
Sure.
Appreciate it.
We'll send it back to Jeff and Jennifer.